All right, breaking news. Tennessee Realtor, his third year in the real estate business, doubles his business. So that's probably why you clicked on this video. You're going to want to hang tight, grab your notes. We're going to talk about 3 different principles that he applied this year that allowed his business to finally take off like this. So if you're in a position where you've had your license for 10 years, maybe you've had it for 2 or 3 years, and you're in the same exact position he's in, this is the episode you're going to want to save, watch over and over again, because these 3 principles I see all the time. I get your calls. I know that you're either in Canada, the US, or anywhere else in the world, and I know a lot of you are stuck and you need 2 or 3 things to really get out of where you're at. And you're stuck. You're wondering, how do I get out of this? Why do I keep doing the same things over and over again and my business is not taking off? I get it. I work with a lot of you, and a lot of you are in this position. After today, not so much. I'm so excited to talk to one of the realtors I've been working with for now over 2 years. We're going to talk about the 2 to 3 things that he's finally added to his business that are allowing it to grow quickly and organically. So this will be a super fun episode. A lot of you have seen me talk about him on my Instagram. A lot of you have seen him at the masterminds, traveling to different seminars. He's probably reached out to you and helped you. Recently, there was 2 realtors in Atlanta that were needing help, and he drove up there and he helped them and he knocked with them and he gave them advice. This is one of the best humans, if not realtors, that you're going to hear from. I love Leonard. I'm super thankful for his friendship. I'm glad that he's on this episode. You're going to learn a ton by simply just taking a couple notes, going back to your business and applying them. Now, at the end of this, if you want a free consultation, you want to hop on with me, with Leonard, or with both of us, just so we can give an outside perspective to your business. We can give you a bird's eye view, a non-biased opinion on what you need to fix. A comment consultation below. Also, at the end of the episode, we're going to give something away for free that I haven't given away before. Make sure you hang tight and comment that word at the end. That way you get that as well. Okay, so let's jump into this. Leonard, what's up, dude?
Dude, thanks
Welcome.
for having me on, man.
Yeah. If you guys saw probably a couple months ago, Leonard, you were here at the last mastermind and we chatted, different shirt. Yep. And we chatted for maybe 10-ish minutes back and forth. So now we're doing a full episode, man.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Let's get into it.
Okay. If you've been watching for a while, you know, you see Leonard and I together a ton. Dude, we've been to Salt Lake City. Where else have we been? We've been St. George, Utah a few times, like Georgia. Atlanta, So we're basically travel buddies.
Yeah,
at this
all
point.
over the place.
But I've also had the opportunity to be your coach in real estate outside our friendship. Now we work together on the brokerage side.
Yep.
So I'm just thankful that you're willing to do this episode, man.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for it, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's just hard because we're on different sides of the country to get together and do it.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, so give us a little intro about you, where you're from, how you got into real estate, how many years you've been in real estate, etc.
So, like he said, my name is Leonard. Leonard Glatzik. I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm actually from Chicago. I've been in Knoxville for about 8 years now. I've been licensed for about 3, coming up to my 3rd year in January. So I first got into the business because I really actually wanted to be a real estate investor. So I kind of started dabbling in that. I bought my first house. It's a duplex. I got it rented out, which is really awesome.
You guys live in one side and you have the other side rented out, right?
Exactly.
Love it.
So it's really awesome. But I really got into real estate because I was a mechanic for 9 years, just beating myself.
Which I found that out maybe like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I
had no idea.
I never told you
that you were a mechanic.
But, yeah, so mechanic for like 9 years, like just beating myself up. I was working on semi trucks, so everything is like 75 pounds. I'm lifting up over my head and just pulling muscles left and right. So I was like, I got a pretty good brain bucket on me. I got to use it to my advantage and get away from the physical labor. So, I come from blue collar background, no sales experience. So when I got into real estate, I had to take the leap of faith. I had to really kind of figure this thing out, and I was terrible at first. I was honestly really bad.
Yeah.
But I knew if I committed to it, just kept going and kept pushing, that I would eventually get there.
Cool.
And that's what ended up happening.
Cool. And on the side, you give a lot of charity back to dogs, right? So talk about that for a minute as well.
Oh yeah, like, so my girlfriend and I, we've been really involved in the dog community on the rescue side. We've fostered over 30 dogs. We have 5 of our own.
That's cool.
It's a madhouse, but we love it. We don't have kids yet, so we have dogs.
I have the kids, you have the animals.
That's it. Yeah. And together we're one big family.
That's right.
Yeah. So, really big on dog stuff. We go to a lot of dog events, do a lot of charity stuff with that. So
Cool.
it's kind of the thing we love to do. Mountain biking is something I do, dirt biking, all that.
Cool.
So
yeah. And one thing that you and I have talked about a lot is if you're in the industry, you have to have these side hobbies and you have to like grow those.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Like you and I have always talked about this,
Yep.
like Leonard, go rescue more dogs. Leonard, go ride your bike more often. Like the happier you are, the more your business is going to grow.
yeah. And it's really a work-life balance.
Yeah.
And that's what I've had to learn over the years, is like how to not just be so focused on work and get so drowned into that, and have a balance of life.
Okay. Well, let's transition to the 3 principles that have grown your business the last 12 months, right? So a lot of you that are watching this, Leonard's been in coaching for going on 3 years.
Yeah.
And so your business, the first 2 years, you kind of did the same volume, around 10 transactions every year. And it was kind of the same. Like I always knew how many deals you were going to do. You knew how many deals you were going to do. And there wasn't like this pop. So a lot of you that are watching this, you probably are in the same spot, right? And a lot of realtors is you've been doing the business for a while and it's not moving, like it's not accelerating. When I was in sales, my 3rd year in door-to-door sales, my wife was like, hey, we're making good money. If you don't pop above 200 deals per summer, then we need to do something else. So for me, like I had that experience as well, where it's like, okay, like I've got to make this work. And you've gone through that. So if you're taking notes and you're watching for what did Leonard do, or what is he doing these 12 months to transition his business to that next phase? Now we're going to talk about that. The first principle is the compound effect. If you watch my stuff, you know I'm a massive fan of Darren Hardy and his book, The Compound Effect.
Yep, great book.
You have it memorized, right?
Yep,
okay.
Word for word.
If you work with me, you've read that book multiple times. It's an incredible book. But let's talk about that. So talk about the compound effect, the idea of it, because if you haven't read that book before, you're not familiar with Darren Hardy. Essentially, it's imagine you're a kid and you're going on a merry-go-round at the park. It takes a lot of effort to like push it at the beginning. Or if you're a rocket getting off the ground, a rocket ship spends about 85% of its fuel just to get off the ground, or pushing a boulder up a hill. It's a lot of effort to get it up the hill. But then once you get up there, it's a piece of cake. And that's kind of how the compound effect works, right? Like let it build over time. And then all of a sudden it's super simple. So talk about that in your business.
Yeah. And like, that's the biggest thing, is just taking off. What we've seen, both you and I, more you than me, but just even me, just being in a few years, what I've seen a lot is that people will start and they don't develop a skill set. They don't push to do deals, and they never build up into that compound effect. So they end up being out of the business in 2 years. So really for me, it's like a train, like you always talk about, a train going, 2 miles an hour can be stopped by a block of 2x4s, and a train doing 50 with the momentum compounding every single track will go through a brick wall.
Exactly. So if you're watching this and you just got your license, or you've had it for a while and you're trying to get it to move, let's talk about what you put into your business and you allowed it to compound these last 3 years. So right when you got your license, what are 4 or 5 systems you put in place and you've kind of seen it compound this now 3rd year? Yeah.
So like one of the things for me when I first started, I was kind of stuck, didn't really know what to do. And I learned that like one of the biggest things you need to do is prospecting. And that prospecting over time, like if you're steady with your prospecting, and like you may not have the skill set at first, you may not be super sharp, may not know what to do, but once you start prospecting and you're consistent with it over time, you're going to get clients that are reaching out to you from like a year, 2 years ago that you would have never thought would reach out, just by prospecting consistently, following up with them. And it all goes back to the compound effect. If you do this over time, your business is going to grow every single year. My 3rd year is pretty much what I saw happen. Just started getting a lot of business from, doing it over and over and over.
Yeah, I think all the deals that you have just closed, you have under contract, or you have closing here in a little bit, I think you and I have talked about this. They're all either past clients or you knocked them like 8 months ago, prospected into them 8 months ago, and now they're converting, right? If you pull the plug too soon, then you don't see those fruits, right, come to fruition over time.
Yeah.
So one thing that I would take if you're taking notes is like prospect, pick 2 to 3 hours a day right now, and just be okay that it will take time, but over time it's going to return. You also talked about skill set was one of the things you went all in on at the beginning, and you're starting to see convert now. So talk about that.
Yeah, skill set. It's really the biggest besides prospecting out of all of them, because you have to develop your skill set and get better. What's helped me when I first got into coaching, I was paying for it. I wasn't really taking it as serious as I should have. And I was like, yeah, I'm showing up and doing all this stuff, but I'm not really putting in the extra work that it really takes, reading all the books, going over my scripts, role playing. When it really started catching on for me was kind of like year 2 when I started role playing. I actually was running a role play group for a little while. So that forced me to elevate my skill set to where I'm in a position of leadership, right? So I had to develop my skill set, and just doing that over like the last 2-3 years, coming into my 3rd year, my skill sets just climbed and climbed and climbed slowly over time. Now I'm at the point where I can go out. I know if I go out door knocking,
you know what to say, you know the questions to
I know
ask.
exactly what to say, and I can put somebody under contract, and I'm confident with it.
Yeah, so there's a rule of 100 that states if you do something for 18 minutes a day over 100 hours, so usually a year, you'll be better than 95% of other realtors. Like you're a perfect example of that, where it's like even over 3 years, if you just practice for a little bit every day and compound that over time, you're going to get so much better. But you've also gone to masterminds. You've also been in coaching. You've also went and helped other realtors. Like you've gone all in on the skill set, but in multiple facets.
Yep. It's really about, diving in and pouring into yourself and developing, your not only like your skill set, your character, everything that comes along with it. So like the masterminds, just surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded and people that are growing that you can latch onto and grow with. That's like another huge thing that goes into it too.
You're just not reading a book a day yet, though.
Not book
yet.
a day.
You're close.
Yeah.
You're close.
We're at like 2 books a month right now.
There we go.
So we're getting there.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so that's the first principle is the compound effect. Figure out what systems do I need to put in place. He mentioned role play. He mentioned coaching. He mentioned masterminds, going around the right people. Put those systems into your business. Remove the luck and chance out of it, and then let that just do its thing over time.
Yep.
The second principle is now what you experience over the 3rd, 4th year. If you prospected your 1st, 2nd year, now this 3rd, 4th, 5th year, you're going to get a lot of this, and it's referrals.
Yep.
So again, we had just mentioned most of your deals that you just closed, you have under contract, are referrals, right? So talk about that now. This 3rd year, you're starting to see, wow, like I was doing 10 deals. Now I could do another 10 because now the referrals start to hit.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about being in real estate and really getting past that 2nd year, which is that bridge. It's where most people drop off. When you get past that 2nd year and you're actually doing your job, you're servicing your clients, you're doing a really good job, just being a good person with them too, and just being human, like you're going to start to see as you get to that 3rd year or even 2nd year, a lot of people actually start reaching out to you.
Yeah.
So this year I've had past clients reach out to me that have bought before. I've had,
and you did like nothing to like really spark that. It was just, you treated them so well the first time.
Yep.
They're just naturally coming back.
Yep. Treated them so well the first time, still have a relationship with them. Like I got them on Facebook, Instagram. We're chatting all the time, like call each other every once in a while. Hey, how's everything going? I've been over to some of my clients' houses for dinner, like just being a good person. So over time, what you'll end up seeing is that not only they reach out to you if they need help again, but they're sending their friends, their family, and their coworkers to you, people from church. Like I've had a ton of that this year. That's all icing on top of the cake.
Yeah. Some out there will say you need to prospect for 10 hours a day until your knuckles bleed, but you're a great example of you don't need to do that. Maybe you prospect every year for 10 deals. Like go get 10 new deals. And you really only need to prospect 1, maybe 2 hours a day for that over the course of a year. but then the referrals you add on top of that, and now you're getting another 10. So it's like all of a sudden now you're in the 20s, but you didn't prospect for all 20, you prospected for 10, and then you're adding another 10 from past clients.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the second principle. And if you want a really good book on this, there's one called How to Make $1 Million in Sales Revenue by Paul McCord. It's an incredible book that you guys will absolutely love. I actually have a free packet on this. Go figure. It's on referrals. So comment referrals down below and we'll get that out to you. That way you can better reach into your database, take care of your clients, and start to get more referrals coming into your business.
Yep.
Third thing is now mindset. And this has been really huge for you. I know you probably watch a lot of YouTube videos and everyone talks about mindset and it's the clickbait word, but really, like, if you really think about it, your business this year, it was because you prioritized it. Talk about that for a minute and talk about why that helped your business grow.
Yep. It's actually really funny too, because side note, unlike any other brokerage scheme or anywhere, you actually have a packet on mindset.
I do. So
it's got a packet for everything.
Go to commercial, comment mindset below, and I'll get that out to you. I really do though. So comment mindset, and I'll get that out to you.
No, but I think it's really cool because, like, one thing about the culture that we're building here is that it's not exactly focused on do 1 million deals. It's more focused on do a lot, do really good for you and your family, build something, but also build yourself, build your family, build community around you, and become a better person.
Yeah.
And that's like really something that I took to heart this year, is just building my mindset so that way I can be a leader, I can help others. So like a lot of the stuff that we've gone over that you've taught me, like other books you sent me, things on mindset, like, it's helped me. Another thing like I love is like Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you guys never heard of Dr. Joe Dispenza, he's awesome. You got to look into him, but he talks a lot about mindset, breaking the old habits that you used to have and becoming a new person, just developing into that new person. So that's been really big for me this year. And that's something I've focused in a lot of.
Yeah. I love that. All right. If you're not following Joe Dispenza, go give him a follow. One thing that I've learned from him is rewiring the stories that you tell yourself. So one thing we do in the coaching program and on the brokerage team, and I worked with Leonard on, is sometimes we have these like false narratives, stories in our brain, and you just have to finish the sentence, right? Like, my business isn't taking off yet, but there's also millions of other entrepreneurs that took years for them to develop. I just need to focus on my daily systems. And that's the story, right? You finish the sentence and now you have a different story, a different movie running around in your head. That's one thing I've loved from him. What are 2 things that you would say you've learned from him that have helped your mindset be sharper this year to then go close more deals?
Yeah. And I think that goes into one of his books, is the placebo effect, and like breaking the habit of being yourself. What you were just talking about is that story that runs in your head. One of the things I've also picked up from him is like staying in the present moment. A lot of folks, they just get so stuck on like, oh, I can't be happy until I've achieved this, or, oh, I can't have, satisfaction in my life over here until I've done, 50 plus deals. In the past couple of years, like, I've just been like I see this with a lot of realtors. They get down on themselves for not doing really good, not closing 50 deals a year, because everyone has these huge goals and aspirations, but they get into a bad mindset and they just dog down on themselves, and it doesn't help them grow. They actually start shutting down. So by me being in the present moment and just taking it day by day and being grateful for what I have in my hands right now has really helped me to expand my mindset and grow towards the future.
Love that, dude. And it's been really cool to watch firsthand. And so again, if you guys are watching this, first of all, Leonard, I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on here.
Thanks for having me.
If you guys watched that and didn't take a ton of notes, I'd recommend that you go back and watch that. Tennessee Realtor blows up his business year 3. So sometimes it's not immediate, and sometimes it is. Or maybe you've been in the industry for a long time and you're not seeing that aggressive push. A lot of the times it's these very simple things. You don't need to go do an overhaul of your business. It's very small, little tiny tweaks that you make that have the biggest impact. It's the Pareto principle. It's the 80-20 rule. What 20% of activities are going to give me the 80% of results that I need? And today we talked about 3 of them. All right, so let's wrap up. Grab your notes. What were your 3 takeaways? Hopefully there were 3 because we talked about 3 things that Leonard did to completely change his business year 3. And again, sometimes it takes a minute. So go back and take a look at your notes. Was it the compound effect? You need to implement things that will build really fast over time. Was it referrals? Are you not prioritizing referrals? Are you not taking really good care of your clients? We gave out a packet for that. Or is it the third thing, your mindset? You haven't watched the right people or fixed the right things. I've got a great friend named Doug Cartwright. He's got a great quote on this. And he says, most of the time you don't have a real estate problem. You don't have a sales problem. You have a personal problem that's blocking your real estate performance. And it's so true. Like, is that the case for you? If it is, take a bunch of notes. Okay, if you waited this long, we told you at the beginning that we were going to give away something for free. One of the most bought courses on my website is the mindset course. We're going to give this away for free for the next 20 days. So if you're watching this and you watch to the end and you want that course for free, comment mindset, make sure you reach out to me or find me on Instagram, shoot me a DM, and we'll get you that course for completely free. That way you can strengthen your mindset, show up when you need to show up, and completely grow your business, but more importantly, become a better person.